would like to welcome you to our shop here in the Brooklyn Navy Yard. I started designing lighting in 2001, and we've been in the Navy Yard for about 17 years. At least 90% of everything is done in-house, which gives us a lot of control over quality and the ability to make design changes and variations on things. So if you want, I can give you a little history. We'll go back to the office space here. So I got started in lighting in 2001. And at that time, the company I had was called Deform. This is still in existence. It's a line that's based on a construction method, really. So we were using, and still do, use wood veneer in these sort of textural interlocking laser cut forms. 2015, I decided to start working under my own name as a studio. The sort of genesis was a toy that I came across, for which this is a large model of, and this is a ring of tetrahedrons. So this has sort of a kaleidoscopic geometry to it, which was really intriguing to me. And I began working on sort of variations of this. This is the Keta. These surfaces are all very adaptable from a designer's perspective. You can specify color, texture, and metal finishes, of course. So there's a lot of variety that can be had with this. And here is the kite version, which is sort of the more open fabric rendition of this. So these are where we have planes on two sides of each tetrahedron. Because of the interplay of the parts, it's the translucency, I feel like, in the fabric in this is interesting, and the combination of doing both opaque and transparent fabrics or sheer fabrics, I think it has interesting possibilities. This is disco. It's definitely a departure from the tetrahedrons, but this was the first of the fixtures that had a much more graphic kind of inspiration to it. So the lit discs are backed on one side with solid, in this case black, but it could be a variety of finishes, either anodized or plated. If you want to take a step around to the back here, I can show you the manufacturing on some of these parts. So for that disco, we're setting up over here to cut the back plates. So a piece like this, with these, the holes and the cutouts and whatnot, begins as just a blank. Having these two machines, a lathe and a mill, it's a very versatile combination of things. We can cut a really wide variety of material. In this case, so also for the disco, we cut this blank first on the laser around the corner and then put it on the mill to cut the, a variety of recesses and things that clean this part up. So having these two machines, both in terms of being able to prototype things and even in the sense of manufacturing, like I said, we make about 90% of all of our parts here. There's so many variables that can be dealt with when you are in full control of the part yourself. So over here is another material that we got involved with just this past year. I became interested in using a ceramic, in this case porcelain, diffuser. This is slip cast in this mold here, and then we fire these. We can step around. I'll show you. So this is the elbow fixture, and this is, like I say, that porcelain piece. We also do that diffuser in glass. These are parts that we are continuing to experiment with, so we'll undoubtedly get into some colored slip on this one, and we can do the glass in a number of colors as well. This is just one form of the elbow fixture. So we have a number of sort of specified forms, and there's also the possibility of doing a lot of different customization. In this case, we're looking at a tower. If we go to this wall over here, you can see this is a wall version of that elbow structure. In this case, the frame is in sterling silver, and these are the porcelain diffusers on that. So all of this configuration is changeable. The three new things that we have most recently done are based on a band structure. So in this case, that band is a bent flat piece, and in the case of these two, which is the Guston and the Cross, are flat bands that are sort of balanced linkages. These are designed and constructed so that they're kind of like fixed mobiles. Everything has to be worked out very carefully in terms of the composition, so that the visual composition and the balanced composition actually work out together, because the weights of everything are critical in making sure these come out flat. The structure of this is actually such that the power is carried on the aluminum frame, and there are not any wires in the framework itself. These band structure things sort of developed out of an interest, or an inspiration, I suppose, being this Rei Kawakubo show. I think it was 2017 at the Met. These fabric pieces, have a graphic kind of fold effect about them, and there's a wide range of choices there for the designer to specify. And of course, the configurations are adaptable as well. Also on this wall is a project this is actually for a client and in colors that they had specified. This is a meta fixture which kind of originated as the wall version of the kite. So it's the same framework, it just doesn't have the fabric pieces in it. It's always great to work with clients who have the ability to bring you opportunities for sort of new visions of your pieces. Well, I'd like to thank you for stopping by and giving me the opportunity to show you our studio here. If you want to connect, you can find me on the web at jamesdieter.co or on Instagram at jamesdieter. Thank you.